Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling a beast that everyone, and I mean everyone, has wrestled with: procrastination. You know that feeling, right? That giant, looming task on your to-do list that just sits there, staring at you, making you feel anxious and overwhelmed. You know you need to do it, but starting feels like trying to push a boulder uphill. So instead, you check your phone, tidy your desk for the 10th time, or suddenly decide it's the perfect moment to organize your spice rack. This is what I call the procrastination paradox. We get stuck because we fall into an all-or-nothing trap. Our brains convince us that to even begin, we need a huge burst of energy, a perfectly clear schedule, and the motivation of a superhero. Anything less feels pointless. But what's the real cost of this delay? It's not just lost time. It's drained energy, missed opportunities, and that constant low-level hum of anxiety, knowing that the task is still waiting for you. Procrastination doesn't just steal your time, it steals your peace of mind. But here's the secret: that giant mountain you're afraid to climb. Most of the time, it's just a molehill. Our minds are incredibly powerful, and one of their favorite tricks is mental magnification. We take a relatively simple task, like writing an email or starting a report, and we inflate it into this monstrous, complex ordeal. We imagine every possible difficulty, every ounce of effort it will take, and suddenly, what was a 10-minute job feels like a 10-hour marathon. We get trapped by the inertia of an action. The more we think about how hard it will be, the less likely we are to ever start. It's a vicious cycle. The dread builds, the task grows bigger in our imagination, and we become paralyzed. But what if there was a way to break that spell? A way to trick our brain into just getting started? This is where the magic happens. I want to introduce you to one of the most powerful productivity hacks I've ever come across: the 2-minute rule. The genius of this rule is in its simplicity. It's this: if a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. Don't write it down, don't schedule it for later, don't even think about it, just do it. Right now. Need to respond to that quick email. 2 minutes. Do it now. Put away the dishes from the sink. 2 minutes. Done. Take out the trash. You guessed it. Do it now. This rule is fantastic for clearing out all those tiny nagging tasks that clutter our minds and our to-do lists. But its real power lies in how it kickstarts the bigger, more complex projects, the ones we're really avoiding. Let's say you have to write a 10-page report. The thought of that is overwhelming. But what can you do in 2 minutes? You can open a new document and write a title. You can create a file and save it. You can jot down a few bullet points for an outline. You can read one source article. Anyone can do something for just 2 minutes. The secret is that starting is the hardest part. Once you've begun, even in the smallest way, the law of motion takes over. An object in motion stays in motion. You've broken the initial friction, and suddenly, continuing for another 5 or 10 minutes doesn't seem so bad. These tiny victories build momentum. You're no longer staring at a blank page. You've already started. Let's look at how this plays out in the real world. At home, this rule can be transformative. See a jacket on the chair. Don't walk past it. Take 30 seconds and hang it up. Is the counter messy? Spend 2 minutes wiping it down. Need to make a quick phone call to book an appointment? Stop scrolling and just make the call. These are instant wins. Each one gives you a tiny dopamine hit of accomplishment and makes your environment and your mind feel clearer and more organized. At work or on your creative projects, it's just as powerful. Feeling stuck on a big presentation? Spend 2 minutes creating the slide template. Can't bring yourself to write that article? Spend 2 minutes brainstorming a list of possible titles. Need to get feedback on a draft? Don't put it off. Spend 2 minutes writing a simple email and attaching the file. The key is to lower the barrier to entry so much that it feels ridiculous not to start. Now, a word of caution: the 2-minute rule isn't a silver bullet for everything, and there are traps to avoid. Don't use it as an excuse to only do small, easy things while ignoring your most important work. The goal is to use it as a gateway, a launching pad for those larger tasks, not as a distraction from them. Recognize its purpose. It's a tool to overcome initial resistance, not a complete productivity system. When you consistently apply this rule, something incredible begins to happen. It starts to shift from a hack you have to consciously remember to an unconscious habit. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's just a small clump of snow, but as it rolls, it picks up more and more, gaining size and speed. Your small 2-minute actions are the same. They compound over time. Answering one email leads to an empty inbox. Writing one paragraph leads to a finished chapter. Tidying one room leads to an organized home. You are literally rewiring your brain. Every time you defeat the urge to procrastinate and take immediate action, you strengthen the neural pathways associated with starting. You're training your brain to stop overthinking and start doing. The default response to a task is no longer, "I'll do it later," but "Can I do this in 2 minutes?" This process isn't just about getting more done. It's about freedom. There is a profound sense of liberation that comes from taking action. That feeling of dread is replaced with a feeling of accomplishment. The anxiety of an ever-growing to-do list is replaced with the calm of being in control. You stop being a victim of your own procrastination and become the driver of your own progress. So, here's my challenge to you. For the next week, actively look for opportunities to apply the 2-minute rule. When you feel the urge to procrastinate, ask yourself, can I do a version of this in 2 minutes? Just start. Open the document. Write the first sentence. Put on your running shoes. You will be absolutely amazed at how these tiny, seemingly insignificant actions can create a massive wave of positive change and momentum in your life. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on living a more productive and fulfilling life. Let me know in the comments how the 2-minute rule works for you. See you in the next one.